Alright, hello everyone. It has been a while. It looks like my schedule is really only allowing for once a week streams. But thank you all so much for tuning in. And then for those who are watching my archive videos on YouTube, thanks for tuning in there too. But yeah, so at least for now it looks like we're going to be stuck with only once a week streams. But we'll see how this progresses as I get my schedule more under control. Alright, so today we are in Genshin Impact. This is my tree. I've been working on him. We're currently at level 29. Look at those poles. I want them. Anyway, and there's not much to update you because I have been only doing the story quests on stream, and just doing some. Like I said, the update where they allow you to do exploration to get your daily commissions done has been the best quality of life update for me because that's all I do. It's like I'll log in, do some exploration, and then like be done with it, instead of doing the daily commissions. So as you can see, I was already at level, I think at 90% here before. Thank you so much! I hope you have a good day too. But I have definitely been getting the land here built up with my exploration. But, I have found out that there's a lot of areas that you just cannot unlock unless you do, like, quests. It's like, I'll be looking at the map that comes with it, the interactable map, and I'm like, oh, it'll be like, this thing is locked behind this quest, and I'm just like, oh darn.
We should prepare while we can, then make a preemptive strike against the enemy.
But yeah, so first up, we're going to start with pulling for Nuvalet, since he's gonna go away in 2 days. As a reminder, I do have, doodly bop, I do have a guarantee. But I am at 52 pity, so, we're running out, but, I will be sad if I don't get him, but I already have Ayato, as, like, as what I'm using as my Hydro DPS, which is what I think Nuvalet is. So it won't be, like, a whole loss, because right after this banner is Wryly's banner, at the time of the stream, of course. And so it won't be too bad if we don't get him. I would still love to get him and then get Wryly as well, but we'll see. Because I currently don't really have a 5-star cryo character that I like terribly. That's why Chongyun has been my go-to cryo character. But let's see if within the next 10 pulls, so 62. Oh, okay, he heard me talking and was like, nope, I'm coming home now. Alright, like I said, guarantee, so it has to be Nuvalet. Alright, so the first one was 53, this one's 54. 55. Which means I think I have like, I'll be at like 6 pity for Wryly now. Unless I get another 5-star and, I lose the 50-50 so that I have guarantee again for Wryly. That'd be cool. Oh, hi, Fischl. Oh, Ningguang, hello. Well, not another 5-star, and I have both of these maxed out. Poor, Diona. I think Diona doesn't like me because, she was like one of the last 4-stars I've ever gotten, and I only have her at C0. So I don't think she likes me. But yes, our boy. Let me look at him. Hey, we got him. I've heard he's a water connoisseur. Wait, has the week reset before I level him up and use Mora? No, it resets in 16. Okay, well I have to wait to level him up then until the banner reset, or the... Oh, we have a standard banner as well. means we're at 7 pity for Risley with no guarantee. We'll see how those pulls go. But it looks like we have a standard wish, actually. Probably from leveling up the tree. So let's do that as well. We're only at 3 pity for the standard banner, so I expect nothing. Let's see. 3 pity. Okay, exactly what I was expecting. Nothing. Alright, so now, 4-star characters, we just want standard characters, because you can only get them on this banner, so Kaya, Lisa, Amber, that's it. We don't want any other 4 stars. Oh, Cole, okay. I don't think I have her fully maxed out, so that'll be good. Okay. Let's see. Where is she? There she is. I think I've only gotten her one other time, because I think these two are from the events. Like, you've been able to get Kale from events that have occurred, like, twice, I think. And so, I think it's only the second time I've gotten her. I would say pretty productive pulls, all in all. Alright, so why are we here? I specifically got you here because we are doing this one. It's only 14 days long, so it's not one of the super long events, but it is a longer one, and so we are going to be working on this guy. So let's see. Let's zoom in so that I can actually get the teleportation prompts that are nearby. As we wait a few years for it to load. I think my computer's struggling because I also have Honkai Star Rail open, so that if we get through this event pretty quickly, we could just immediately go over to Honkai, because Honkai has... I can't tell if it's new event or if it's like the continuation of the story, like the main storyline. An interesting combination.
Looks like you're having fun. What's the occasion this time?
Oh, do I spy a traveler and a Paimon? We were just talking about you. This is more serendipitous than finding Mora after face planting on the road.
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. I can see it in your eyes.
Why does Venti sound different? I swear that's not what Venti... Have I just not seen or heard Venti in so long that, like, I've forgotten what Venti sounds like? Because that does not sound like Venti to me. Okay.
Excellent! I knew I could count on you. What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or something delicious?
We were talking about one certain traveler and how two's company but three's a crowd, as the inseparable duo tore around to that, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they brave the lakes and seas, collecting pieces of 8 and countless other treasures. They clearly must have 9 lives. Wink, wink. Let's hope they have less than 10 deaths.
What the? It just gets worse and worse.
Paimon, you can't say that!
Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds, can you guess from these 2 stanzas of one speech each what this event is about?
Terrible poetry?
Correct! It's a poetry gala, and Mondstadt and Liyue are hosting it together. Do you still remember the promise I made to the distinguished director Who here during the Lantern Rite?
Nope. It's been a hot second. I will admit.
Oh, something about writing poetry together?
Yeah, thank you, Paimon. You have better memory than I do, because I did not remember that.
That's right. At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. You know, it's rare to encounter such a kindred spirit.
We love kindred spiriting the Animo Archon.
And now, I finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace and contact the Knights of Favonius, but eventually, in the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala.
Okay.
Bit of a weird name.
Liyue's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With two nations teaming up, it'll be double the fun, and a great chance for people from both places to get to know one another.
And for you to bother a certain retired Geo Archon, I'm sure.
Hu Tao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liyue poetry for very long, so please forgive my dreadful performance just now.
It was better than Hu Tao's.
Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently.
You flatter me.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved.
I am terrible at poetry. This is not gonna be great for me. Let's get my mouse back. Forsooth, I am wont to dabble in verse.
Oh, Paimon, sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, winds never churn. You came up with the second half right away.
I did? Again, I feel like it's been a hot second since this occurred, Paimon.
Oh, looks like someone's got a knack for this. Perhaps we'll have to raise the difficulty a little.
Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala, right?
Oh, looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or two. You guessed it so effortlessly, but you still guessed it wrong.
Huh? Wait, Paimon guessed wrong?
Paimon guesses wrong a lot, but also not the brain is smooth versus brain is wrinkle. We love the Gen Z who's apparently in charge of writing the dialogue.
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
I already told you, I'm not going.
Babe!
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are cultivating is precisely the kind which I must avoid, as you well know.
Why does his voice sound weird? Also, did my eardrums just lose a few hairs or something? Why does his voice also sound different? What? But also, very excited. Hello. I was kind of expecting Zhongli, my love, my dear, my... But, Xiao's good too.
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spider, but give it a shot and you'll be wandering lonely as a cloud in no time. And you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch the party from a nearby mountaintop and cheer us on. But at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun activities to get involved with. It can't hurt to take a quick walk and check things out.
Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
I'll consider it.
Means he's coming.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Quite a few of your friends should have arrived by now.
Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you later. Plus, Our Adeptus friend might need a bit more convincing. We'll see if we can coax him down.
Gotcha! We'll be on our way then!
We love that they're trying to get Xiao involved with things ever since they met him at the Lantern Rite Festival. We love that.
How about that for an opening?
Yes, yes, I like it. But if we could give it a bit more oomph, it would be even better. I think we should lead with a bang, dip into a slippity slide, then whoosh into a whoop whoop boom! Got it?
Got it. Completely understood.
I understood nothing. Come on, my little... I love this little pet, by the way. The Sealies are great, and I will switch back to the Sealy eventually. But look at him! Trying to... Like, my first thought was octopus, but he definitely seems more like a... Well, no, he's definitely an octopus. He just has, like, a bow, like, tendrils on the back. Oh,
Every
look at him.
course of action has its risks.
Anyway, now that
Be
I'm not
careful.
distracted. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, it'll take me too long if we go that way. Let me out. Let me out. Where is... Man, I am going the long way. I could have just jumped off a ledge. Like this. Oh, I thought they were talking about this gate when they said Stone Gate, but they must mean the one that's, like, between Liyue and Mondstadt. What is this? Oh my gosh, what? I haven't, that must be a new quest. Swear to God, because that was, I've done everything in Liyue for months. What is this? I'm coming back for that. Oh my gosh. You can't just drop a new quest.
So lively! Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces. Let's go say hi.
They can't just drop a new quest in an area that's already been out for ages without any kind of, like, prompt or something. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Our boys! My boy!
Well, look who's here. This poetry fest seems to have attracted talent of the highest caliber.
Hey! Xingqiu and Changyun are here too!
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
The way Changyun talks about his friendship with Xingqiu is so funny.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free of evil spirits?
Xingqiu, why do you take this poor child and drag him ever? Like, this is literally the extrovert versus introvert friendship. Changyun's like, I'm trying to train and do good. And Xingqiu's like, yeah, you gotta live a little bit, bud. Oh my gosh.
Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mondstadt was able to lift such heavy objects like they were but a feather.
The only person I know of that was able to pick up large objects that easily was Shinha, but Shinha's from Liyue.
Are you talking about Noelle?
Oh.
Super strong!
Okay, Noelle, got it.
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted, could we trouble you to introduce us later?
Can do, can do.
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised. That's the only reason I agreed to come at all.
Huh? What investigation?
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond. Relax, dear Paimon. All will be revealed in time.
Singsho, did you make up a fake investigation so that you could drag Changyun around again?
Okay.
It's nice to have a chance to write poetry with our friends from Mondstadt, but simply standing at the venue gets boring, so I bought some fruits and vegetables from my hometown to sell. Oh, but if you're looking to talk about poetry, I'm all ears. Alright, who else is here? Oh, if I can get off this bench, that'd be nice. Alright, we got a nice... Oh, this is the item that's gonna be in your teapot if you do this event. Haha, young folks these days, always brimming with new ideas. A poetry gala. Ah, thinking back on my youth. I certainly had stories I could put to paper back then. Sigh. The world is eternal, but youth is ephemeral. He looked like he had something to sell. Alright, so we got Noelle and Chocobo Child, whose name I forgot. Where is he? I have him. This one. Mika. Okay. Not even close to where my brain was going. And then I see Diona over there. Even the Stone Gate is bustling now. Now that's a sight. You look weary, child. Why not take a rest?
Diona!
Seems we got a lot of Mondstadt characters this time.
Traveler in Paimon? Ah, I didn't expect to see you here. Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the Mondstadt wine industry.
There must be something wrong with my headphones because she sounds off too, but there can't be that many of the voice actors that sound different. Like, it literally just must be my headphones or my ears.
You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Oh, you must be hating every minute of it. Of course I hate it! But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all! Opportunities like this don't come around every day, you know.
Yeah, but isn't her, like, talent slash defect is that, like, no matter how much she tries to make a horrendous concoction, it turns out to be an amazing drink or something?
Huh? How do you figure that? All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoctions imaginable! Nobody will ever buy wine from Mondstadt again. Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite result.
Yeah, I remember that from her hangout event, which I finally did.
Huh, just you wait! I ain't about to mess this up. Are you gonna write some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before, but I've never tried writing any myself.
See, again, we're running into the fact that they animate her mouth for some things, but then, like, the rest of it, she has her mouth closed. Like, I do not understand the rigging. Either choose to make them talk or not.
You should join in! It'll be fun! Fine. If I have time.
Because, like, the entire time we were talking to Venti and Hu Tao, I'm pretty sure their mouths weren't moving. And Diona, for part of that conversation, didn't move her mouth, and then she did. And I'm like, what is... why?
Mika! Noelle!
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon.
That's what he sounds like? I don't think I've ever heard him talk yet. Oh boy.
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds weird?
And then right here, Paimon's not, like, talking, but then she started out talking, but then her mouth just closed and stopped talking.
Representatives? No, nothing fancy like that. We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue. But I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from Mondstadt by herself. She's a true knight.
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here. I'm still in training. If anything, I should be addressing you as Sir.
What? No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Oh my gosh, they're a match made in heaven or hell, one of the two. Oh my gosh, they're both like, I don't deserve to be a knight. Oh, I don't have the talent. And yet they're both horrendously overpowered compared to the normal person.
I feel like these two could keep this up all day.
Anyway, Master Jane did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here and get involved in the poetry gala as much as we can. But I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
I actually have the same concern.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too. The Traveler's a really good writer, you know.
Really? In that case, we'll try our best too.
What Final Fantasy game did you crawl out of, child?
Perhaps. The challenge of writing poetry is a rite of passage that all who wish to qualify as a knight must eventually face.
No, but if that helps you get through this, have at it, dear.
Paimon wouldn't go that far. But anyway, no backing out now. See you soon!
Sure. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Okay. Let's come back over here. A sudden gust of wind forces everyone to briefly shut their eyes.
Melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glows.
Benches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root.
Welcome one and all to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Liyue and Mondstadt.
Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's verse-monger of the darkest alleys, Hutao.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the Bard.
And the Animo Archon.
The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make some new friends.
If you're here, you're our guest. So please enjoy this poetry fest.
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels, from first-time rhymers to seasoned songwriters. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words. Just right from the heart in whatever form you like.
To help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully prepared 3 themes to be revealed over the course of 3 days. Let's get right to it. The first theme is Riddle Me This.
Ooh, I love riddles.
Solving riddles, huh? Interesting. It's actually a pretty good choice for a warm-up activity.
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something right at the start.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd, and you will try to solve them. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing. And remember, whoever guesses the most riddles correctly will get a prize.
I wonder if they're gonna be like riddles that were specifically made for Teyvat, or if they're gonna be common riddles. Cause like easily the one I remember the riddle is the easiest is the Sphinx's riddle. What walks on Oh, I say that and then I forget it. Yeah, what walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night. And then it's, of course, man, because it's your baby and crawling, to an adult who walks bipedal. And then once you're older, you need a cane or to something to assist you. So it's the cycle of man. But I enjoy riddles. I know a lot of the answers if they're Earth riddles.
And with that, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala has officially begun.
I feel like this is something Zhongli would like. My man needs to come. Okay, speaking of which, I'd heard a voice line. No. Voiceover. It's not this one. I've heard this voice line a lot.
I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some sort of an assassination attempt.
Which is so funny. Oh, what's his birthday?
Ah, so it is your birthday. Happy birthday. I do not know if rain is in the forecast today, but let me see what I can do.
I want to know that, like, one of the ascensions is about him being the Hydro Dragon, which everybody was theorizing he is. We love him. Okay, we just now need to get Risley, and I will be quite happy with where we are when it comes to Fontaine characters. Outside of the fact that I didn't get Lenny, I am a bit bummed about that, but I needed that Zhongli constellation. I'm gonna get him to C6 eventually.
And plan our next move.
It'll be slow, but it'll happen. Alright, so riddles. Oh yeah, let's see what they're gonna talk about.
We couldn't cajole Adeptus Chow in the end. He said he'd take a peek from the peaks, but that was all he'd agreed to. It's a real shame. I had the perfect poem for his entrance and everything.
We love Hu Tao sometimes. Alright, so... No? Oh, over here. Got it.
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky.
So it seems like they might be Tibet specific riddles or riddles from a culture that I'm not familiar with. But if we want to interpret it with the traveler, because the flower is often a representation of the Abyss Twin or Lumine. So a flower that roams would be the traveler, of course. And then a visitor asks why they're traveling, and then it's to return back to where they came from, so from a dream beyond the sky. I don't know what, I don't quite know what a tender sigh from home is, though.
Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky? Is it talking about some kind of bird?
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area, and it's flying really high. Is that it?
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon! Oh, it looks like I still have a lot of learning to do.
It's nothing really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue, you just sort of pick up on these things.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition, I started picking up some local customs without even realizing it.
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it. What could it be talking about?
Something that flies high and far. Oh, that makes me think of dandelions.
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that dandelions can carry your feelings on the wind.
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What would their equivalent of the dandelion be? If there even is one. What do you think, Traveler?
great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception of the poem, then perhaps there are no wrong answers.
Yeah, that's another thing that people have been debating when it comes to riddles. It's just like, how can there only be one answer to a riddle? Like with the Sphinx's poem, like the correct answer is man, but if there is another creature that's life cycle is 4, 2, 3, then conceptually that should also be an answer to the riddle, and it should not just be the answer that the original creator of the riddle meant for it to be.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, the guessing's all a part of the fun. Let's go look at the next one.
Oh yes, I want to see if there's any Mondstadt-style riddles.
Is this just what the event is?
This one says... Oh, this handwriting is just awful. I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips 1 piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
Well, it's some kind of food. Is it a waffle? Like a square waffle?
Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one. Is there really a food that can make you smarter? Paimon's gotta try that.
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the surface level meaning with riddles, or you'll fail to plumb their depths.
Me also thinking it's a food, but okay.
Huh? So have you got any ideas, Shinjo?
Well,
Xingqiu just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Oh, so this is Shinjo's riddle! You know, Paimon was expecting you to write something a little more... elegant.
this festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try writing something more accessible and less flowery, so that more people could enjoy it.
Okay. I don't know about what about your elegant handwriting, sir? Mr. Book Author.
Hey, not bad! So, buddy, does that mean you can tell your old pal Paimon the answer on the sly, or...
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed, just like everyone else.
Meanie!
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump me with a riddle of your own?
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps who! Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right? Ha! At least you're nice to Paimon!
Then I look forward to seeing the fruits of your literary labors.
Ha! Prepare to get stumped! Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle, Paimon really doesn't have any clue how. Let's start by reading a few more of other people's for inspiration. On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a passionless face, I greet countless guests, whom I carry all day without needing to rest. Is this talking about some kind of animal?
Like a sumpter beast?
It's a chair. Huh? Diona, how did you guess it so quickly? Wait, were you the one who wrote it? No, of course I didn't write it. The answer just popped into my head. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time, so they shouldn't use them to sharpen their claws. Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a bait and switch. Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon's just thought of one. Maybe I should try to come up with one too. Alright, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diona, do you want to know the answer? Nah, no need. I don't really care about winning a prize. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's time to carry on with the event. We should regroup with the others. Sure, have fun.
Looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling. Gather round and look this way. Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for good measure. Shortly, we'll randomly select a few to read aloud. If your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point. Sounds fair to me.
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's not too far-fetched.
That's right. Now, if there are no more questions, it's time to reveal the first riddle.
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh. That means I have to be first to raise my hand.
I mean, you can always ask that clarifying question, Mika. You don't have to sit there and deliberate about it. But the way they announce the rules doesn't make it sound like that. But that also says some bias, though. Like, if you don't have it written down or something, if you're verbally telling it, someone would hear the answer and be like, oh, that makes sense, and be like, oh, I agree. So you either need to write down your answers and like your name attached to it so that everybody knows what you think the answer is, or like Mika says, you have to be the first one to answer it.
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. This riddle is, unique, especially the handwriting.
So it's Xiancho's.
I have four corners, like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips, one piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
Is it a book? Because a book has 4 corners. The seasoned and baked part, I'm not quite sure of on how that would be a book. But, like, maybe he considers, like, the writing like that. And then I pass through the lips, so, like, someone could be talking, and then it broadens your mind.
They drew Shincho's.
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else beating you to it.
You rat. It's pizza. The answer is pizza.
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently declare this answer wrong. I mean, how does eating pizza broaden your mind?
Oh, Traveler. That face is great.
And while I'm no expert in exotic dishes, if I'm not mistaken, pizza is round, is it not? Like mora meat?
But eating pizza makes you happy, and being happy makes it easier to face problems that need solving. So...
Oh, Traveler.
Okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on this one.
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to be something that makes people more intelligent.
If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time. What is it? Have you got it? Huh? Oh, bucks! The answer is bucks!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one.
Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer. Okay, 1 point to Paimon.
Hey, 1 point to me as well.
Huh? So the answer was books? Oh, how did I not get that? Come on, Mika. Concentrate.
We're awesome at this! Oh, what Paimon meant to say was that you're awesome at this. Thanks for the point, Traveler.
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage. Looks like a poem from Leela.
Are we identifying the object? High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it stars? That's my guess. Stars?
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas. Could it be some kind of plant that lives in cold, high places?
Mika, please go ahead. As a full Knight of Avonius, you represent all of us from Mondstadt here.
No, how could I? It was you who thought of it first. You should be the one to guess.
Well, my answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides, it's first come, first served, and you beat me to it.
No, I didn't. You were just before me.
Someone say an answer, please.
How gracious and considerate our fellow competitors are towards each other. A wonderful sight to see.
Betsy's like, alright, I'll break this up.
How about both of you say your answer at the same time? If you're both right, you'll each get a point.
Oops, I didn't realize we'd made such a scene.
Oh, crud. I guess we dragged that out a bit. So, Noelle, what do you say?
Yes, let's.
Cecilia!
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks and known for its exquisite beauty. The Cecilia is held by many Mondstadters to be the true wind bloom. Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer, this probably wasn't the answer they were looking for. Sorry. Any other answers?
Oh, I can't believe I was wrong. Maybe it's a plant from Liyue.
Is the answer Chingshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude in a high...
Correct. I wrote this one. Jingshin is the right answer.
Are you from the bottle event? You look like the person from the bottle event. The last summer event. Cannot remember her name. Also, what do you mean this is a flower? Explain this to me.
Oh, Shinjo got it before Paimon could.
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. They definitely fit the description of a pure flower standing proudly and alone on high. So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends from Mondstadt as well.
Really?
Oh, thank you so much!
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all three contestants earn a point each.
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already. Yeah, you're probably right.
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is the handwriting so... floaty? What's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there, so full of mora it comes out the nose, but in the sea, glug glug glug, down it goes.
I imagine this is Paimon's one. No wings, but flies in the air, so that might be one of the dandelions. Never gets tired of floating up there, so just on the wind. So full of mora. The mora one's weird. But if it touches the water, it sinks. The mora part's the only place I'm not getting.
That's Paimon's. They picked Paimon's riddle. Yay! What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too hard?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe it.
What? No way! Well, go on then. Tell us the answer if you're so sure.
The answer is Paimon.
What?
It's Paimon.
It's Paimon!
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
No! You're all completely wrong! How the heck did you all think the answer was Paimon?
Paimon, do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of mora and meal expenses.
Oh, ouch.
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea. So, that means Paimon can't swim. So if she fell in the sea, then...
Glug, glug, glug.
Oh, I don't know if the camera even picked up that noise I just made. Oh. What is this face? You all can't see me touching the screen. What is this existential crisis that Paimon's having? Oh. I will have to clip that sound if the mic picked it up. Oh.
Wait. Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer again? No, you're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber. You know, the Jade Chamber that's always flying up there in the sky.
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle actually describes Paimon more accurately. In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to the poem, it would be the perfect riddle.
Huh? What do you want to add?
The traveler's companion and talkative guide, a praiseworthy presence always by their side.
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part? You think so cute? Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle is the widely adored Paimon!
Great! And with that, the widely adored Paimon has gifted a point each to everyone who answered just now.
More riddles and giggles fill the air as time flies by.
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to beat Shinto, Paimon still feels like she got a little smarter.
Oh my gosh, I really hope it picked up on that absolute wheeze of a noise I just made.
Oh, didn't Changyu mention he was investigating something before? Let's go ask him about it.
Give me 1 second. I need to see if it's picking up on my parent talking. Okay, it does not sound like it's picking up on my father talking in the other room. Sorry if you hear that, though.
Hey, you two!
Oh? Hi, Paimon. You know, for a moment there, I was worried I might lose to you.
Oh, are you collecting your prize right now?
I am indeed. Though, if you really want it, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Seriously? Wow, what is it?
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service package. It's a pleasant surprise to learn you're so interested in it, Paimon.
Poor Paimon.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass, you can keep it.
I love the expressions they're getting Paimon this time, and her, like, teleporting around. Ooh, love it.
Are you sure? In that case, I'll gladly take it.
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service. Just give us a call and we'll be right there. With any luck, we'll still show up even if you're unable to call.
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you. Wasn't he saying something about needing help?
Oh, yeah. That.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition over?
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached, though sought, naught could be found.
Shao?
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghostie in the wild.
Perhaps I should just explain it. Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught sight of a non-human entity. It was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my Purrying spirit, and immediately prepared to exorcise it. But none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it, and tried to ascertain what I was dealing with, it disappeared into thin air.
You're sure it's not a ghost or spirit of some kind?
Quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body. And if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before I saw it. It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action. Thinking back on it, if it wasn't an evil spirit, maybe I offended some kind of adeptus, or illuminated beast.
Again, I'm pretty sure it's Shao.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyone else would have reacted the same way. Besides, we're making up for it now by doing our best to find out the truth.
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle Chongyun's twisted tail?
Why don't you take a guess first, Tutao?
Oh, that means you have.
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an evil spirit or demon. So whatever it is, it's not dangerous. How about this? We can incorporate a search element into tomorrow's poetry activity.
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we write poetry?
Close, but no. Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me, everyone should relax tonight and get a good rest before tomorrow.
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over towards the wine stand.
That took quite a bit of time. Oh, I forgot. It's pretty far away. Alright, because that took me like an hour to do. So we'll do at least one of each of the events, and then I will get them done. I'll try to avoid doing the main quest, don't worry, so that I can do it with you all next week. Oh wow, doing that main quest did all my commissions for the day. 1 second, I need to check on something. Okay, yeah, that event that's gonna happen in Honkai is up for a month, so I don't have to worry about it timing out if I wait till next week to do it. Now it shouldn't be too difficult. What are you doing? I'm setting up the game I'm responsible for. Have you heard of the 100-pace hurdling rites? You want me to conduct a bunch of rites to check things long distances? You are very perceptive and got it half right. The core game mechanics do revolve around throwing, but that's not what rites means here. I learned about this game from an ancient book. Let me briefly walk you through it. The traditional rules dictate that all participants in the game must be sitting down as part of the rites. Well, you must also adopt a special sitting posture, which I will not demonstrate for you at this time, since I don't have any cushions here. From their sitting positions, the participants must follow the music rhythm and throw the darts into the distant pots. There are many ways to throw the darts into the pots, each with their own special names. For example, the first dart to land in the pot is called first. If the subsequent dart also lands in this vessel, we call it a streak. If the dart hits the handles of the pot, it's called piercing. If a dart is thrown through the neck before bouncing out of the pot, it's called valiant. Don't worry, you don't need to remember all these terms. Remembering them's my job. Anyway, all you need to know is that my goal is to throw as many darts into the pots as you can before time runs out. I'll take care of all the rest. I mean, the rulebook does say that whoever tosses the most darts in the pot wins. As for the rules that require the loser to drink and write a poem, I can't really ask every player who loses to do all that, now can I? Anyway, I'm almost done setting up the game. The holding pots are over there, so I'll get your darts momentarily. You can try now if you're interested. Okay. Okay. 25 points for the light blue. If it's glowing, more points. If you can do it through the ring, even more points. Okay. Easy enough. Oh, do I not have to get it through that top bit? I was over here trying to, like... Let me just move over here. I was trying to get it up and into it. But it looks like you literally just have to hit it. Me trying to actually get it to go into the pot like I read with his rules, but it was literally just breaking it. That's much easier. Okay. Oh, we're getting a new book. I wonder if that will be good for Wrysly then, because usually the event weapon is usually good for like the next person that's gonna be released. Or in this case, it might also be good for Nuvalet, because Nuvalet's also a... Okay, so just so you all know, because these are repetitive, I'll do the first one in front of you all, and then the rest of them I'll do off-screen. But I will try to do these two quests on our next stream. But we are going to finish the other games for you to see. So let me pull up this next one. So we'll go a little bit over an hour today. Alright, where's the next one? Oh, they're still a little farther off. Here we are. This type of game sure is inspiring. What new game? Traveler! Good timing! I happen to need someone to playtest my new game. Look here, I'm calling this game Inspiration Eruption. It perfectly captures this entire process and how we poets create poetry. Enlighten me. Before we write a poem, we have to start by seeking out inspiration. Some like travel, some prefer solitude, while others really enjoy using wine to stimulate their creativity. This is the most challenging part, since we cannot pinpoint where inspiration lies, so most of the time we feel like we haven't found our muse and become anxious and depressed. But in truth, inspiration has already visited us and left its mark inside our heads without us even knowing. At the right juncture, it will come bursting out and take the form of a great poem, or painting, or something else. And you can turn that into a game. Of course, the process of making poetry is clear and easily understood. It just so happens that there are a few tabletop game designers in Mondstadt interested in my ideas. After some discussion and a few brainstorming sessions, we finally came up with Inspiration Eruption. You can try it right now if you're interested. Play a few rounds and maybe you'll become your poet yourself. Okay. So after the challenge begins, characters defeat opponents with mythical domains will obtain inspiration crystal stacks. Inspiration crystals will rupture every 40 seconds, and then when they rupture, they will unleash a shockwave within a fixed AoE that deals immense damage based on the number of inspiring crystals stacked the current on-field character has. Shockwave damage will decrease further from the epicenter. While the inspiration crystals are waiting to rupture, Mythic Nexus will appear within the domain. Such foes will be very tough and hard to defeat. Skilled use of inspiring crystals awaiting to a rupture may aid you in defeating the opponents with ease. So essentially you're setting bombs. Alright. After inspiration crystals rupture, the Mythic Nexus has already been defeated. They will once again start to stack. The Mythic Nexus has not yet been defeated, and the crystals will not begin to stack again, but the Nexus will be weakened and no other opponents will spawn until it's defeated. Okay. Alright, let's just go with my normal team.
Solidify!
Hold the line!
Into the wind! The wind knows me. Time to go.
Gather! I will have order. Stabilize.
Okay, so you don't even have to, like, set it down. It just explodes out of you. Gotta make sure I'm actually near the target.
Stabilize.
One with nature.
Kazuha is so OP. He's also someone I'm gonna have to get to C6.
Solidify.
Allow me!
Into the wind.
Stabilize.
The wind knows me.
Oh. What just happened? I do not know how I just minimized that, but I did. Alright, last one. Oh yeah, speaking of which, speaking of new weapon, sir, I got a weapon just for you. Where is it? Here it is. Says there's no way, considering your banner ends tomorrow, and my weapon pity is like 6, that I would get his weapon. I got that when I was getting the last, nameless, it's not nameless glory on here, whatever it's called, the, this one. Battle Pass. Alright, so last one, let's see what this last event game is. Oh, thankfully this one isn't too far. The next painting is... Right, it's this one. What are you doing? You are a traveler. Your reputation precedes you. I heard so much about you from my colleagues and was wondering if you would grace this grand event. And as luck would have it, here you are. It is truly an honor to meet you. There are many things I wish to introduce to you, but before that, allow me to introduce myself. I am Batlo, a painter. You should be quite familiar with this profession, no? But in addition to being a painter myself, I am also an art conservator. No matter what type of damage a painting has suffered, whether it has been burnt, chewed on by rodents, rotted by mold, or any similar matter, as long as it is in my hands, I can restore the painting to its original, most perfect stage. Okay, a restoration professional. Cool. That is a tough job to have. Of course not. Were I just to repaint them exactly as they were, they would be called copying. What we art conservators must do is restore a piece of artwork to its most original, pristine condition. Every detail, from the colors to the brush strokes, even the material of the canvas itself must be exactly the same as the original painting. Isn't it? It takes exceptional painting skill, as well as an uncommonly keen and detailed image perception, which is why I simply haven't been able to hire many capable assistants. I mean, if a painter has both exceptional skill and a keen perception of the smallest details, then why not just focus on their own work instead of helping restore that of other artists? Not to mention how this job doesn't pay well, and how people often think of us as a bunch of copycats with mediocre skills. But every job needs to be done by someone, wouldn't you agree? Art is a precious thing. An outstanding painting can carry history, stories, and emotions, and of course, its market value. No matter what others think, as an artist myself, I will not stand idly by and watch those paintings deteriorate. But, as I just said, this job doesn't pay well, and often is misunderstood. Though I've been busy trying to recruit assistants, as you can see, as of now I'm still the only one doing this job. That's why I'm here today. I want to educate people about what an art conservator does, and perhaps I'll be able to recruit a few more people this way. However, though I've yet to find an assistant, I have received numerous commissions to restore ancient paintings. These old paintings come from Mondstadt and Liyue. They include landscapes, figures, animals, and even crayon drawings from children. In principle, as long as it's a painting, it's a valid commission. Besides, even a child's crayon drawing contains the hard work they poured into it. Who is to say it may not be the first step to becoming an artist one day? So it's understandable that their parents would come to me to restore it. What? No, not at all. I am absolutely not exasperated by these sorts of requests. I just have to study crayon drawings a bit. Agus, if you could, would you be willing to do me a favor? As you can see, I'm the only one here. But to restore a painting, I need to go out and find the relevant scenery painted therein. Alas, indeed. Not only that, I also have to do all kinds of research on materials relevant to the painting. For example, how the scenery and animals depicted looked at the time they were painted. Fortunately, the paintings I'm currently commissioned to restore aren't too old, so things shouldn't have changed drastically. I was about to head out to study the original locations, but as you know, the wilderness is a dangerous place for those more adept with brush than the sword. That's why I'd like to ask you to find the relevant scenery for me. No worries, I've already prepared everything that you'll need. I've done this before when hiring others to help me in the past. Look, this is a photo of the painting to be restored, and I have already marked the key landmarks in it. All you need to do is find the locations, take the photos of the marked objects with the camera, and you're done. That's right, but you ought to familiarize yourself with the paintings before taking the pictures. You need to feel their aesthetics and artistic sense. Let the paintings linger in your mind. As long as you understand them, then perhaps you'll be able to sense the entire process and how these paintings were done while taking photos, sketching, outlining, coloring, refining the details. You are correct. Me art is a type of hallucination. What an artist must do is capture the hallucination in detail and express it objectively. Believe me, just study the photos I give you and you will surely feel the artistic hallucinations within. I entrust this task to you, Aegis, or Traveler, and I shall start on restoring these paintings. Right, the next one is... Okay, so once you reach a viewing point, you must select one of the 3 pictures that best corresponds to the current viewing point and start looking at the missing scenery objects. After selecting the picture, you can move to your camera to match the picture with your current scenery and look for missing scenery objects. Once you have found said objects, you can record them. Each picture will have 2 to 3 missing scenery objects. When attempting to record them, you may have to adjust your viewing angle multiple times. Once all the objects have been recorded, the current picture will have missing details completely filled in. Okay. Let's see. Where is this spot? Oh, it's up here. Okay. Okay. We're just not gonna struggle with this, trying to get back up there, and we're just gonna do it this way. Okay, I saw the point was right here. Okay. I don't imagine I can just do it from, like, here. Oh, I can. Okay. I thought I'd physically have to move. And then was that it? Okay, so it is a 3-part here, okay. Usually it does it in 3 parts, but I wanted to make sure. Let's see if we can... Got it. Okay, so it's very obviously not this one, so it's probably this one. At least it gives you very clear instructions on where the items are to take the photos. In prior photo ones, it's been like, oh, you just kind of have to find the object, we'll give you a general area, but this time it's like, nope, here is the exact location. Love that.
to the wind.
Alright, I'd say that's pretty good. Let's see. Well, it did give us the 10 we need. I'm kind of tempted to do a 10 pull on this. Oh, is that Fischl's bow? Oh shoot, like I literally cannot think of the name. Details? This one? Yeah, the waltz. And it's got the Favonius slant. Okay, we'll do a 10 pull. We're on 6. It's not gonna get us anywhere, I'm sure. But I hope we get Fischl's bow. Swear to God, give me... Okay. Please give me Nouvelettes. Please. Please tell me that's a good sign and we're getting Nouvelettes. Please. Please. It strikes me again. I always get the one that I don't pick. On one hand, it hit me with the... Oh. Ooh, that hurts. Well, we're actually really close to having enough, and I'd love to get an Amber Constellation. So I guess instead of using these like I normally would to get more pulls, I might save up for this Amber. Maybe I should start clicking the one I don't want, because I swear I always lose this to the one that I don't click. Well, I never use her, but... Where is she? I have her, so... Hutao! Everybody be like, well, you love your Zhongli, why don't you put it on Zhongli's? Because Zhongli has his own weapon, okay? And I am not taking this from him. Gosh dang it, everything about Hutao I got on accident. I pulled her when I was trying to get Toma back in the day, so I have her by accident. And now I have her weapon. I got really excited for a moment thinking I was somehow gonna get Nouvelette's weapon on 110 pull. That was gonna be amazing. But no. My Hutao is actually like really well built. Like her artifacts for some reason are like really good. Like I almost have, I wouldn't say perfect in that like the rolls went to all attack and crit like crit rate like they're supposed to, but like they're, when it comes to the substats, except for on like the goblet, which getting a good goblet is a process of like suffering. My Hutao is actually like really well built, and I hate it because I get good artifacts for her when I'm trying to get good artifacts for my boy, and he has absolutely garbage artifacts. And the same thing with his weapon. I have been trying to get the Wolf's Gravestone forever so I can complete him and have his weapon, his outfit, etc. Get his artifacts. Oh, why is my Hutao so well built? This is slander. So I wonder who this will be best for. If it's gonna be good for, because it's charged attacks. So it still could be good for Nuvolette or for, Risley.
The scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Thank you, Cosmo. Okay, so that was me getting excited and then absolutely getting crushed right after. Thank you so much for watching it. My Hutao continues to try and enforce that she should be my Pyro main instead of my Diluc, and I continue to tell her no. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely weekend, a lovely week, and that good things are coming your way. For those who are watching this in, like, December when this episode airs, I hope you're having a good end of the year, beginning of the year holidays. And so goodbye, everyone. We'll pick up this event again next week, and if we have enough time, like we get through the quests really quick, I will also start on the event that is currently in Honkai Star Rail. So thank you all. I'll see you again next Sunday. Bye!